What's going on, Lawn Care Nation? Richie Plemons Lawn and Landscape. Whew, I'm soaking wet. First drop of rain we've had in like a month. Super dry. Wasn't supposed to rain. There's no rain in the forecast for like another 2 weeks, and we just had a pop-up shower, so probably not going to be enough to really help, but hey, it's better than nothing, to be honest with you. So just finished up a mulch job that I started on Saturday. The mulch yard that I was using had to close up early. They had a family wedding to go to, and so I had to get 8 yards on. I can get up to 8 yards of mulch on my trailer, so I got 8 yards on it, brought it over, put the 8 yards out. By the time I got finished, they would already be closed up for a wedding, so had to come back today and do it. Work some things around in the schedule. Had to go to the dentist again this morning. I don't know if anybody's ever had a root canal. I'm sure some of you probably have. It's the first root canal I've ever had, and that's an awkward procedure, I guess you could say. There's so much that goes on with that, so I had to have a root canal done this morning. So as soon as I got finished with the root canal, I took my equipment with me to the dentist this morning, and I just brought it on and come straight to work. Went and grabbed 4 more yards of mulch and just got that put out. As you can tell, my hands are just as black as can be. That old black dye in that mulch, boy, it's just nasty. It's all over me. I'm wearing the GIE 2018 shirt, last year's GIE rally shirt, so we both lightning. If you guys are thinking about going to the GIE, I mean, you gotta go. I'm telling you, you will absolutely love the GIE Expo, and I know a lot of people just don't have time, and that's totally understandable. You probably won't get to see it all. Either way, I mean, honestly, you won't see it all. There's just no doubt about it. You never see everything that's there. It's just so big, but it's an absolute blast. We will be there again. We'll be getting there Wednesday morning through Friday. We'll be leaving Friday, headed back out. So we've got a lot of meetings lined up that we've got to go to, a lot of events we're going to. Should have you a schedule of what we got going on as time gets a little closer. And I've heard a few people talk about, you know, if you see any of the YouTube guys, don't be afraid to walk up to us and say hello, man. I mean, I said it last year, I'll say it again this year. I try to speak to everyone. I don't try to cut it. If you see me and I'm talking to somebody, I had a guy tell me last year, said, man, I seen you, but I was afraid to come talk to you. Just talking to somebody else. Don't sweat it. Come say hello, man. That's what this event is my favorite part of this event, is getting to network with other companies, getting to see the people that actually support our channel, who actually watch us, who support us, and that's what makes me happy, getting to see you guys and meeting you. I mean, a lot of people get excited about seeing me. Well, I get even more excited about seeing you guys, because you guys are the ones that are the reason why I have the channel. So make sure you come by, say hello, wherever we may be. Don't forget the GIE rallies, I believe, on Thursday night, Wednesday night, 4th Street Live. Friday night, you know, they'll have some more stuff at 4th Street Live. I'll already be gone at that time, but a lot of guys will still be there through the weekend. And like I said, it's an absolute blast of a time. But let me get to why I'm making this video. My last video that I made was about, you know, just, it's not easy being a lawn care provider. What it takes to go and do this job, what kind of time you invest. When your employees go home, your job's still not over. I mean, I'm out here today by myself simply because I had to have the root canal this morning. I didn't finish up until a little after lunchtime. I think we're about 3.5 hours. Didn't finish up until a little after lunchtime. So they couldn't, just, I had to come as soon as I was done. Might be a little shaky in the camera. This road's kind of rough. I'll go ahead and apologize now for that if there is. I don't even think that the GoPro can handle that kind of shake, as bumpy as this road is. So I want to kind of touch on something, and that's doing subcontract work for other landscaping companies. I have done it in the past. Matter of fact, I'm currently doing some now, and there's a reason why I'm never going to do it again, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to have to take another landscaping company to court to get my money that they owe me because they subbed out some work, commercial property this year for me. We've done the work for 4 months. I got every excuse in the book. The check is on its way. We just forgot to send it. There's just different reasons why they didn't get it to us. I'm not going to mention the company's name. It is a local company, and I'm not going to mention it simply because we do have to take them to court. I mean, we'll just sue them in small claims court. It's for a little over $4,800, which is not a lot to some companies. It's a lot to others, and it's a lot to me. I worked hard for that money. I paid workers. I had time. I had fuel. You know, the properties that we gave up to take on those properties, and then them just blatantly not pay for it. Just not pay. We quit doing the job and quit working on it a few weeks ago, and would ride by and it would be knee high. I mean, it was just nasty. They wouldn't even send their own guys down to do it. You know, it is what it is. This is the second time I've had this happen, where another lawn care landscaping company didn't pay. There's another one that's out of Michigan that I've done some sub work to take care of some commercial properties for them down here in Georgia. Not going to mention their name either. So we're just kind of lumping them all into one proceeding. Going to do it all at one time. We're going to just get them all. They don't owe as much. They only owe about $400, so it's not a huge loss. Pretty much, if I didn't have this other one to go after, I would just write that one off because it wouldn't be worth trying to tackle it being such a small amount. But be prepared if you do any subcontract work. Know the companies you're working with. I said this will be the last major company I do any work for. The other company that owes me so much is actually local. Know them very well. Known them for years. It will ruin friendships, and it will ruin, and it can ruin your family. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, we're family by marriage, and it's pretty much gonna ruin that. And I hate to be that way. Business is business. And I explained to them, hey, if you've got a problem paying me, let's work something out. But when you start ignoring me completely and no response whatsoever, even after I tell you, you know, if you're not going to pay me, I'm going to have to take legal action and take it to court. If you don't respond, that in my eyes just means you just don't care. You're not worried about it. And you know, like I said, I hate to be that way, but I will no longer do any work for landscaping companies. And it's sad to say, I had a local guy around here last year, you know, still waves at me, says hello, even mentions he owes me money when he runs into me. It was $100. I wasn't sweating it. I'm not worried about it. I wrote it off, no big deal. Went by and took care of a property for him, and he just never paid me for it. I do have some smaller companies that I work very closely with. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the small companies go above and beyond to make sure they get you paid. If you do anything for them, they're like, let me pay you, let me take care of you. If I've got something I can't get to, it's on my route, something's going on, we're behind, I've got a couple companies I can call up and say, hey, do you guys care to run over and knock that out for me? And they'll be there in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, they'll be there. The bigger companies don't care. They think that we're too small to go after them, that we won't do anything. I'm here to tell you right now, I'm gonna fight for my money. And if you get into this business and you learn that there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes, like I said in the last video, this can kind of go with it. You gotta fight for your money sometimes. Don't be afraid to go after it. If they're gonna, you know, how do you put it? I mean, you just put it like it is. They're gonna try to screw you. Don't be afraid to fight back. There you go. Don't be afraid to fight back and say, no, I'm gonna get my money one way or another. And if I'm not gonna get my money, I'm gonna put a lien on your property where you can't get anything. You can't sell your business. I'm gonna ruin your credit. I mean, guys, it's simple. Pay your bills. Very simple. I owe people money, but I pay my bills. There's a couple individuals I can tell you right now that I owe money to. We've got it set up to where when everything was worked out, it was set up on a payment plan. We make a payment, we send it out. When I don't get my money, then it puts me in a bind to take care of people I owe money to. See, the rain's over. Short and sweet, right? So it puts me in a bind trying to pay my bills when another company doesn't want to pay me for the work I've done. So not only am I not getting paid for my work, I'm also losing money. Think about that. When you own a business, you don't get a paycheck, you're actually losing money. You know, it's not like working for somebody where they just don't pay you. You're not necessarily losing the time, yet you're losing your time and maybe your fuel to go to work. But when you own a business, you're losing the money in the time, the fuel, the workers, the expenses that you paid to put in landscapes, to put in mulches. You know, you got to think about that. That's something you got to be prepared for. Kind of starting to ramble a little bit. It just kind of irked me, kind of made me mad, aggravated me a little bit that this has happened. My thing is it's pretty simple. If you owe somebody money in your landscaping company, you know what it's like to chase your money. Don't make another landscaper chase theirs. Don't do that. And the bad thing is, I know they're getting the money. I know they're getting paid. They're just not paying me. That's wrong. I mean, it's just wrong. So that's something to kind of be prepared of if you decide to get into this business. And I know the last two videos you guys are probably looking at it like, God, I don't want, there ain't no way I'm going to get into landscaping and lawn care. Listen to these last two videos. These are terrible. This is horror stories. Hey, it's better to hear them and not think that it's just this easy job, easy work, easy money. It's not that. It's not easy. I hear it all the time. You know, people talk about, you know, you just mow grass for a living. Sure do. Mow grass for a living. Make good money mowing that grass too, except when people don't want to pay you. So anyway, guys, short, sweet. Sorry, kind of rambled a little bit there, but leave a comment down below. Let me know if this thing's ever happened to you guys. Let me know if you've ever had another landscaping company fail to pay you. Now, all of my contracts have always been paid. You know, they pay me. But it's when I get sub work, when a company subs me out, is when I've had issues getting paid. And I'll never do sub work again. I've actually got a couple of guys I'm subbed out to right now that take care of some commercial properties that have been absolutely phenomenal. At the end of the season, I'm done. Just simply because of what I've gone through this year from one company and a few smaller ones over the years. So if you're going to go into this business and think that you're not ever going to lose money, you're hiding under a rock. You're going to lose money somewhere, some way, shape, form, or another. You're going to lose money somewhere. It happens to us all. It's just like underbidding. You're going to underbid from time to time. It's just part of it. It's part of the business. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Remember tomorrow, September the 11th. Take a moment, remember everyone that lost their lives that day. Remember where you were. Take that time and think about that. So remember what makes this country so great. God bless you, and we will see you guys in the next video.